pretty shitty.
Speaking of fights, that fight yesterday was shit.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yep.
It was quite
You
garbage.
could see it in Mike's eyes when he walked out. He's like,
"Oh man, I was so
well, if I get
disappointed."
money.
Yeah,
that's the only reason he was there. There's that clip.
He was there.
He says, "Why'd you do it, Mike, or whatever?" Because I got to pay my bills.
Yeah, but I was hoping he was gonna, I was hoping he was just gonna accidentally drop Jake Paul. Like,
even one great round of just him going beast mode would have just been nice to see. But it just seemed to be like this. It was just a cripple out there.
Yeah.
In a boxing, like when it comes to boxing, that's what it looked like to me, and it was sad. It really was. Like I don't think it does any favors for Jake Paul's like legacy or career or anything like that. But it definitely did something to Tyson.
I wonder how much he made.
He made 20 million.
I know,
20 million?
What I'm saying is like his legacy, so to speak.
I don't think he cares. You ever seen his video on talking about legacy?
Yeah, that was a massive
he's talking to some
video.
He's talking to some 10-year-old girl, and he's like, legacy. I don't give a shit. I'm going to die anyway. This is a 10-year-old girl you're talking to, Mike.
Yeah, I did see the contract.
I mean, it does make... I'm not surprised, though, that there was money in it for Jake Paul to make it last longer, too. So, there was a reason why it drug all the way out to the end. That was a better look than if Jake Paul had knocked him out or TKO'd him.
But even that bow at the end and everything, it just seems so...
That was horrible. That was horrible.
Yeah.
But apparently something happened where they both... I heard something, they might be both suspended by like the Texas Boxing Commission or something happened.
His leg was up. He had something going on with legs. But even without that, Mike Tyson is 58 years old. I knew Jake Paul was going to win that, even if his leg wasn't up. The age difference is too big. Here's that interview, by the way. Just watch this real quick.
It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing. Our legacy is nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before. Someone say that as an answer.
It's like Santa Claus isn't real, but Santa's also dead.
I wonder how.
Yeah, Tyson's like coming out there to that kid, like, "Oh, hi, Michael. How you doing?"
Hi, guys.
G'day, mate.
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I was just about to say though. Michael's coming out to that kid, like, "Look, life sucks. Okay, then you end up in prison. You know what happens in prison? You get in the ass. That's what life does to you. Just in the ass constantly."
But like, say that to Ali. Say that to Muhammad Ali, Tyson, about legacy.
Did you guys see the FlashCast video about this? And they showed who Jake Paul's going to fight next.
Who?
He's going to fight Muhammad Ali. He's going to pull him out of his grave. And fight
no!
They lowered a casket down, and he started punching it.
Yeah.
I heard that he challenged Clint Eastwood.
You know, it would actually be a good fight. It will never happen, but I think it would actually be an interesting fight just to see because of the amount of shit talking that would happen. Would be Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate.
That's what I want to see happen. Well, he put
that would at least be somewhat like, like they're both in shape. Like Andrew Tate's in his 30s, like late 30s, maybe early 40s. But like,
it's interesting that you say that because he put a challenge out. Let me pull it. I actually have it for the show. Here it is right here.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Jake Paul, it's clear to me you are desperate for a reality check. You know what? If I made my money impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I'd probably live in a dream world too. But let me explain something to you about combat sports. There are a whole bunch of men out here who will never be as famous as you, will never make the money you've made, who would kick the living out of you. This is the hardest sport in the world.
You are not one of them.
People dedicate their lives to this.
Who, Andrew Tate? What's his record?
He was like he did Muay Thai, from what I understand.
Yeah, he was a champion.
He did a couple of fights. He did a couple.
He wasn't.
I
thought he was a boxer.
He did a couple of fights. He wasn't. He's not like a. Yeah,
I'd love to see that fight.
I think it's kickboxing. Yeah.
Everyone.
But I'm saying if they want to make a lot of money, getting him to fight Jake Paul, that would be like.
Yeah, it would be big. It would be big.
He might be in prison before that fight happens.
Yeah. I think it would be interesting because they're both big shit talkers and kayfabers.
Yeah.
So I think you would get a lot of entertainment out of them kind of shitting on each other. It'd be funny.
But whoever would lose that fight, like their career would be over. You know what I mean? Like if Andrew Tate were to lose, then no one's gonna take him seriously anymore. And same thing for Jake Paul. So
If
Jake
they get
Paul's
into a
already
fight,
lost once.
if they get into a fight, I want Bane to show up and like collapse the ring and the floor like he does in the movie. Kills the whole football team.
How much does he
we
weigh?
fight.
What does Andrew Tate weigh? Does anyone know?
I don't know. Just looking at him, I would say he's probably sub 200.
He would have to put weight
Definitely
on.
lightweight. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's over 200.
Or like-
I
Because Jake
doubt it.
Paul's like 230 pounds.
Well,
He's
he's a
205.
Andrew Tate weighs 205 pounds.
Yeah. So he could do Logan Paul. They'd be pretty close. in
He'd have to
size.
bulk up quite a bit.
But,
Yeah, they
but
could
that
do
would
it
be
then.
a great fight. If you want to make a lot of money and be set for life, that's a great fight to have. I can't think of a better candidate personally. Like
Yeah,
anybody.
I'd watch it. I'd like to see it. But
Yeah,
would they
100%.
Battle
sell-
of the Hustlers.
Yeah.
And most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters who would f you up. I'm one of the lucky ones. I made a little bit of money. I don't have 50 million to bet with you, but I do have 3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put 3, I put 3. Winner takes all. I'm 5 years out the ring. I'm a kickboxer. You're 2-0 in boxing. I'm 0-0 in boxing. I've never even fought boxing. I'm a retired old man. 5 years I've been sitting around smoking cigars and bitches, which are better looking than the girl you're advertising anyway. I will fight you any day of the week. Don't worry about Conor McGregor you up. Don't worry about Floyd Mayweather you up. You only want to lose to them so you can say, well, I lost to Conor McGregor. Why don't you lose to an old man who's retired? I live in the real world, Jake. There's a whole bunch of fighters out here who live in the real world. Men who are dangerous and dedicated their lives to this sport and don't have a fraction of the money you have because you've managed to become a clown. The biggest clown on the internet. If you want to fight and you want to send a contract, send one to me. I will take a few weeks break from living my retired life to kick the living out of a goofy, entitled dickhead like you. You know my name, Andrew Tate. Google it if you want to know more. Any day, anytime.
So
Well-
will that happen?
No. $3 million
I doubt it.
isn't worth it. Andrew Tate's a brokey if that's all he's got left. He can afford to lose is $3 million.
He buys all these Bugattis and shit all the time.
Oh, he's not buying them. They're leased.
Those are leased.
Oh,
yeah,
are they?
he ain't buying those things.
No.
Most people that have cars like that, it's like 99% of the time they're leasing them. But whatever. But you're like you said, if Tyson got 20 million just to fight him, then he's not going to do it. Unless there's more money on the line.
I'd like to see that fight, though.
Well, wasn't there a bunch of stuff about like what was in the contract of the fight? Like Tyson only got so
I don't
much.
know if
I was
that's
gonna say,
true.
what's the deal with
Where's
that?
the source of that, though? All I've seen is a
Yeah.
TikToker reacting to it. It's the same thing with that 5-round script that was going around. That sounds like a load of shit to me. I need to see like
It's boxing though.
I need to see where that's from, though. Not some dude reacting to it.
Yeah, the source.
That's
Fact
crazy
check
though
it.
that he made that video.
Well, I think the bigger story of the night really was more so the fact that Netflix couldn't handle it, but
Yeah,
we
Netflix.
can get into that later. if you want.
Netflix fucked that up.
The
250
real winner,
million people watching that.
the
fight.
real
Well,
winner
it's
of
not
that
just-
fight is that blonde chick because everyone's talking about her.
No, the
Oh, the
real winner
hottie
of that
blonde
fight
chick?
was cable TV. That was who the real winner of that fight was. Let's be real here, because this proved that Netflix and streaming is not ready for prime time. They cannot handle 30, 40, 50, 60 million people all watching a streaming service at once.
True.
They're pushing for it, though. They're doing Christmas NFL now.
I know, and this is what they're saying now. There's a lot of people who are panicking because they're like, can they handle the WWE and the NFL with this? No, they probably
Is the
can't.
WWE that big still?
Big enough that they're
It
concerned.
was actually picking back up again too recently. Apparently,
And that's what I was saying before the show is like, this also tells us that many
Oh,
people
man.
aren't watching Netflix all at the same time ever either. So streaming is not as popular as they want to think it is or trying to present it as.
I don't know.
I still think the UFC's like
this happens with a lot of these Jake Paul fights. The last one I watched was the Mayweather fight, and that crashed. That crashed pretty quickly too.
Who fought Mayweather?
Paul did.
Well, did he? Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He lost because Mayweather just danced around him the whole time, which is what he does. I've always found Mayweather fights to be boring because all he does is dance around in the ring.
He's got some power though.
Yeah,
When he
I
does,
don't like
get in
him.
there.
I've never liked Mayweather.